Star Citizen Alpha 3.17.2 is seeing some very interesting testing in the PTU, as on July 19th, 2022, the player cap was risen to 100 players per server. So, what kind of feedback should we give CIG? How did it work? Well, let's check it out in today's video. Alright guys, let's get started with some feedback, and the first thing that I want to talk about is how amazing it is to see more players around. I mean, even here at the clinic, which is at Everest Arbor, where I started playing yesterday, I saw so many people with, checking in rooms and selecting the place as their starting location. I have never seen the clinic so busy. And it was just something that normally I would not even notice or pay attention, but there was definitely a lot of people here, and it just gave me this immersion that I was in a place that was alive. It was already quite a difference maker already with all these people doing their own thing. Of course, sometimes we could see some people who died here. Great opportunity for looting. I will definitely take that railgun for me. Thank you very much. It's the PTU. I don't think I would have done that in the PU, but in the PTU we can always have a little bit of fun, right? So that's what it means. Also, more players means more looting opportunities, more interaction with players as well. And speaking of interaction with players, there's been plenty of cases in which normally I would never meet any other players, delivery missions, or just casually traveling from one place to another, or doing my own business in landing zones, but with 100 player per server. And this was indeed, I was in a couple of servers here with 98, 99, 100 people, and really it feels like the whole universe is busting with life compared to when you only have half of these of this amount of players. Same here, still at our area 18, getting to see a little bit of traffic as well, other players coming and going, which is normally not the most popular place to go, so that's really a good sign. And there's going to be this other ship that will be coming down the atmosphere. So look at this constellation going down here. That is just amazing. These are moments like these that I wish that we could see more often in Star Citizen, and I definitely had quite a few of those when playing with 100 players in a server, so that was very satisfactory. You can see there's another arrow there going just under that cutlass. I noticed that the ship terminals worked. Now, this is something that does not always happen. Apparently, according to the patch notes, they can still be unresponsive and send your ship in an unknown state. I've played for over 6 hours in the PTU with 100 people per server, and it hasn't been the case for me. Missions also worked for me quite well. They updated well. I was able to take all kinds of missions that I normally take, which means bunker missions, combat missions, some discrete delivery missions as well. Everything was updating on time. I was able to do all my pickups properly. The missions were actually refreshing themselves. The only thing that I noticed was that I didn't have any combat beacons, so it does seem like either if there were more people, then more people were taking the combat beacons, and thus they were not available. And because they were not available, because a lot of people took them, then the quantum simulation decided that they were no longer needed. So perhaps that's the reason why. But it was something that I noticed here, and I wish that there could have been a little bit more combat beacons, because these are fun. So how do bunker missions work? Because in the patch notes it also says that NPCs are not responsive and that nothing is really happening in those bunkers, right? So let's just see how it is as I am making my way into the bunker. So the elevator did work. Now, in the latest patch from today, apparently bunker elevators do not work, but that was from yesterday's patch. And so I was surprised to see that they were already hostile NPCs that had already been there. Normally they tend to be coming a little bit later from the spawn closets, but it seems like they did come a little bit earlier. Still quite unresponsive. They did not shoot me at all. and overall I could just take them down with melee attacks, just sneak behind them, and even when they're facing me, they're not shooting. So yeah, not that great. The combat experience, again, not fantastic, but you know, it's not really much of a difference compared to the normal 50 people server that we have in the PU, so it's kind of the same actually. The looting mechanics work quite well as well. I was able to transfer items from one container to another with no issue at all again, so that also seems to be working quite fine here with 100 people per server. So it's really something that we have to look out in these conditions. Is the server condition, is the server deteriorating? Is there maybe more lag, more desync? But as far as I'm concerned, everything seems to be working quite well. There you go. I'm just picking this box. Oh, so someone's shooting me here. I'm just casually picking up this box. And I've got no lag. The actions are just happening the way they should be. Flying between buildings, I was trying that too. This is also the delivery mission that I just took here, with a delivery at area 06, so not area 18, area 06. And because the restriction, the no-fly zone is less restrictive here, I was able to fly between buildings. I was thinking maybe there would be some desync, maybe the ship would explode for no reasons. These are things that have happened to a lot of us in the past in Star Citizen, right? Well, not this case. Again, was able to fly normally between buildings the way it should be and have a smooth little landing right here on this platform, which did load, by the way. In the past, we used to have some loading issues with assets not showing when they were supposed to be showing, but no, it's been working quite fine. And the delivery box, let's see if it works. I'm going to deliver that box right here on this platform, putting it here inside, and that's basically it. Again, that delivery mission did work quite well. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video, of course, is because CIG did ask us, you know, what we do normally. Is there any difference between before 100 players and after 100 players? How is performance degrading? But for me, it's been working very well. I've had a very pleasant experience overall in the PTU with such circumstances, and also the frames per second are also quite nice. Speaking of frames per second, smooth quantum transitions. Now, normally you guys have been noticing that as well in my videos. Every time I arrive at the planet from quantum travel, I always have a little freeze, and sometimes I try to edit that in the videos to make it look a little bit nicer, but this is not edited. What you are seeing here is the real footage, and I'm having a perfect smooth transition from Quantum Drive to Crusader. It is the very first time that I am experiencing such a smooth transition from Quantum Drive to Crusader. Now, I have no idea, again, how that is possible, but it was in that server with 100 people, again, traveling from one place to another, even, you know, licking that high upper atmosphere of Crusader, not a problem at all. We're going to, again, here arrive at ArcCorp, see if it's going to be working fine, and you are going to be seeing here, again, smooth transition, no freezing at all. And that is something that I had never experienced in Star Citizen before. We'll try here another one, and it's working again just fine. So that is, yeah, these were very pleasant surprises from that patch that I'm also going to be reporting to CIG, because they, again, they need to have our feedback. Now, they did say that the plan is not to have 100 people per server in 3.17.2, but I don't know why, because so far, what I have personally experienced as a player has been wonderful. Now, there's one drawback. Look at this, guys. I'm going to refuel my Mercury Star Runner at Area 18, a place that had a lot of traffic, and look at the price here. Normally, I pay 14 Alpha UEC per SCU, 12, 14, but this is a whopping 39 Alpha UEC. per unit here. This is absolutely ridiculous. That is the most expensive I have seen for fuel. So I don't know if that's because of player cap, but that was worth noting. Bots are still acting weird. Nothing, but that's actually normal. They're still T-posing, as you can see here on those balconies. Nothing special. There's been also quite a lot of bots that have worked well as well. So it's not much of a big deal. I know that some people were saying on Spectrum, for example, that bots maybe should be removed, but no, it's been working fine. The coffee vendor! Hey, the coffee vendor, which has been quite a problem for me in 3.17, has been working quite well. I was able to order a drink, and she was then able to perform her drink with almost no delay again, almost no lag. That the animation is still a little bit janky, as you could see with her legs, but she's still doing her things. At the beginning, she was not really talking, but then she started to be a little bit more talkative, and I gotta say that, again, the experience that I had here with the coffee vendor is the type of experience that I was expecting to have in Star Citizen with, you know, these kind of NPCs. And it's a good indication to show how servers are working, because if servers are broken and are not working so well, those NPCs, the barmen, the coffee vendors, are going to be completely broken. But it's not really been the case here in this particular scenario. Now, not everything was smooth. For example, I was definitely thirsty, but I was also hungry. So I thought, I'm gonna buy this burrito here. And there was no option to quick buy the burrito here for some reason. I don't know if this is because I made a mistake or if it's because of the server, but the only way I could buy the burrito here was through the Mobiglass. So yeah, that is a little annoyance here that I would report. But come on, it's really absolutely nothing to make a fuss about here. Plus, so I have to go into the inventory, hit on it here, click on it, and did it work? And you're gonna see, yes, it did. I was able to eat my burrito, and the vendor was also talkative and speaking to me at the same time. So yeah, pretty good feedback so far from this PTU phase here with 100 people per server. That was an amazing experience. As you can see, I'm also able to equip and unequip. It's still working quite well. Now, there are obviously still 30k errors, as you can see here. These things still happen. It is to be expected, but overall, in 6 hours of game time, I have only had 130k, which I think is a pretty decent score. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys, to get a win a Legionnaire. Of course, if you answer the question and subscribe to the channel, you'll be in for the contest. Have you tried the servers with 100 people? How did it go for you? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, feel free to join us on Discord. We've got a lovely community there as well. And we've got another giveaway. It's a retired bomber with a LTI. All you have to do to enter is to enter our video sharing contest, or just enter your name if you're a YouTube Job membership program or a Patreon member. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to the G Captain Snake, Eric Own, Geek Citizen, and Dr. Fabin. It's the Eradicator. I will see you guys later.